and we're actually trying again. I had actually made another film earlier, but yeah, that didn't turn out so well, so we're doing another one. Anyways, I was going to say to Sean what I initially did say. Well, this isn't purely to Sean, but to anyone else who has been watching these and who has wondered where I essentially disappeared to. There have been a couple of things that have been happening recently. The first one is when I actually got my current broadband ADSL account, I was given a free modem, which is it's actually a D-Link DSL 200B USB modem. And the thing about this is that it appears to have particularly poor drivers. And also, whether or not the line actually stays in seems to be dictated largely by the weather, among other things, in the sense that during wind or particularly high wind or rain, I can get the line dropping out, and the drivers can be that bad that literally just dropping character can generate the blue screen of death. It happens randomly, it happens uncontrollably, it happens whenever the thing feels like it. And when it happens, the computer just completely freezes up and I have to reboot it. It could actually happen at the moment, but I'm really hoping and praying that it doesn't. Yeah, but so I've been living on eggshells to a degree with the modem. I've really got to get a new modem at some point. Well, I mean, I've got to get a new camera as well, because this thing's a piece of crap, as well, as you can no doubt tell. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. The other thing is that 3 weeks ago I finally got hold of a copy of World of Warcraft, and I've largely just completely buried myself in the game since then. It is amazing. Graphically, it is unbelievable. I used to play Ultima Online to a certain extent. I was playing that on and off for probably 3 to 4 years actually, although not hugely regularly. And I liked that to a large degree, but it did have some problems with it. World of Warcraft, on the other hand, at least from a gameplay perspective, has completely ironed pretty much all of those problems out. That's from a gameplay perspective. Yes, I agree with some of the other people, however, who've said that there are technical issues. But I really feel that given the population size, 3 to 4 million people, as far as I know, there has not been a game of this kind, an online game, that has had a population of that size before. So I really feel as though Blizzard are probably having to feel their way with the infrastructure and essentially make it up as they go along. I think, to be honest, technically, in my own head, I'm actually comparing this with building the pyramids, or building at least one of them, in the sense that, I mean, with a population of just that size, I can imagine it would be really hard. So, in my own head anyway, I'm basically trying not to get too frustrated with the queues and some of the other stuff that's been happening, because, I mean, of course, obviously I wouldn't want it, like, excessively, but it hasn't been too bad, I don't think, given the circumstances. One other thing that I wanted to talk about very quickly, and this is just going to be a miniature political rant, and that is about the current net neutrality issue, which I'm sure a lot of you have heard about and which has been doing the rounds lately. And to be honest, what I was just going to say about that was, I don't really actually see there being too much of a danger with the whole issue. The reason why is because if these the first thing is, as far as I know, it's only really 2 major companies, although I could be wrong here, that are trying to do it. Verizon and some of the Bells, I think particularly Bell South. And again, I could be completely wrong there, but the thing that struck me is, and this of course is in terms of the gold platinum and silver price tiering that they're talking about. The thing about this, of course, though, is the first thing is these companies can only do this to those parts of the network that they control, the specific parts. Second thing is you're going to get a lot of other providers, if these companies do it, who know that it is going to be enormously unpopular with the consumer. Because of that, they won't do it. And the people who currently have accounts with Verizon and Bell South will flood absolutely in droves to the companies that aren't participating in it. And Verizon and the Bells and whichever other companies are participating in it, from what I'm seeing anyway, stand to lose a truly horrible amount of money. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they want to do it, let them, because they will very quickly find out, I think, that it's not really going to work out too well for them. So, yeah, put it this way, I'm definitely not worried about that causing the death of the internet. I mean, there are some ways in which I don't believe that the market can fix itself or heal itself or overcome these sorts of problems, but in that particular case, I think it is capable of it. One other thing, though, that I was thinking about in connection with that, and this is the strange thing lately that I've been seeing, sort of over the past couple of years, in terms of companies, they not only try and engineer the supply side or customise that, that is what they're trying to sell us, they also actually try and customise the demand, or that is what we want, or they seem to think that they're able to do that. And I think this is going to be one of the very interesting things with the net neutrality issue, is that if they do try the tiered pricing model, they're actually going to find that that's not the case, that the consumer doesn't want it, that the consumer is going to be very, very vocal about saying, we don't want it. And yeah, it's essentially just not going to work. In terms of the 3D stuff also, and I'm going to mention this, as far as I know, it will happen. It probably won't happen immediately or any time in the immediate future, reason being because I'm still playing World of Warcraft, and I'm going to be playing that probably a heap for a while yet, because I've really been enjoying, really been enjoying it. But I am going to update more of these. I do want to update more of these, and I do want to talk about some different things. I'm going to talk more about WoW at length, because I remember, I think it was the San Andreas clip that I did, that people seem to really, like gaming as a topic of mine in particular. So I'll talk some about that. I mean, I'd like to talk about that anyway, because, yeah, WoW is awesome. I mean, the acronym really says it all, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to stop this now because I'm nearly up to 9 minutes, and I'm going to upload this. I'll talk to everyone really soon. See you later.